Hello, welcome back to my channel if you're returning. If you are a new viewer, welcome in. I am on the road to 100 subscribers, so if you like my vibe, please subscribe and like and comment if this resonates with you. Okay. So for this person, I'm getting here that this is very interesting. I got court date and consequences. I think this person is going through some major karma right now. And I get the way that they're doing this is just trying to numb the pain with distractions. And I got that they know that they crossed a line with you. And I feel like they're being shamed, possibly public shaming. Maybe not. That might resonate for some, but not everybody. That's a side story. You know how that go. But yeah, I feel like they're almost like either their soul is being weighed or it's just like judgment day in general for them and whatever they have done, and it's too heavy for them. So they might actually be numbing out with alcohol, just because I see that's what's on this card. But it might not be that. It could be just any sort of distraction, anything that can help them escape. Maybe it's some other type of substance people use for, recreational release and escape. Because I do see chemical here. So, yeah. And there was something they were hiding that was from their past that kind of came out. That's what I'm getting. They were trying to keep something buried and pretty much, yeah, there was something that you were not aware of about this person, collective, that they were keeping hidden or secret. See, and I got situationship. I think they might have been involved with other people while they were dealing with you. Yeah, and I get a lot of old people from the past might have been resurfacing. I don't think these were new connections that were coming in. These are old connections that this person was distracted by. Yeah, and I got, yeah. And see, these old connections, they were in some sort of a trauma bond. That's why this person, really couldn't focus on you exactly the way that you needed, collective, because, they really hadn't cut the cords of that trauma bond they had with whoever this past person of theirs is. Yeah, that's what I get here. And then I kind of get the vibe that, I'm sorry, y'all, I had an important call to make. But yeah, okay. And I kind of get the vibe that this person, they would probably start arguments with you just so they could distract from the fact that they were dealing with other people. That's the vibe I'm getting. Yeah, and throwing shade. Like, I get the vibe this person, they definitely do that backhanded compliment type of thing. You know what I mean? It's like something backhanded that looks like praise, but it's not really. Yeah, but this is exactly what this is. This person, they were a little bit jealous of you, collective. Yeah, that's why they were starting arguments and drama. And maybe it wasn't necessarily arguments. I kind of get like a passive-aggressive type of energy where it's something like kind of covert. It's like those subtle jabs. You know, almost like dog whistling. It's like they'll set it up to sound like something normal when they're in front of people, but you know that what they're saying has context. But if you react to it in the moment, like, you know that everybody else around you is going to think you're crazy, or people might comment when you used to react, and they would be confused because they didn't understand the prior context, you know? Yeah, see? That's what I'm saying. Because you're the only one that was able to see through the fog. So, yeah, that's exactly what they would do. They would kind of set you up in a group dynamic, say something that's got this covert, hidden meaning that correlates to something that you have already discussed with them that maybe you didn't like or didn't appreciate or something. And yeah, oop, my bad. I get the vibe that they would probably, other people might jump in to like defend them instead of understanding your reaction. But they just don't understand that you're reacting that way because this person is shady and they're a liar. Yeah, because they're just worried about public perception and how they look to others. But yeah, that's exactly what it is. But they have to. This is about this person having to lower your value in the eyes of others for themselves to actually feel good. That's what that's about. Yeah, so this person, they're really starting to face the consequences of their actions. And I think that's with this, let me tell you, I think this is with this other interaction that they went towards, this other toxic situation that they're involved in. Yeah, see, because you were protected. You were protected. This person was like going to have access to you for so long. They were never going to be, yeah, see, they were too confused about what they really wanted, who really had value. Yeah. And now they feel stuck. They absolutely feel stuck because they no longer have access to you. And they made their bed. They got to lay in that, if you ask me. Oh, drop the card. Let me tell you, you can't make this up. This is why they're numbing out. This is absolutely why they're numbing the pain. You cannot make this up. Like, what? You cannot make this up. Get out of here. Get out of here. Hang it up. Flat screen. The truth was spoken, okay? Yeah, this person. I'm trying to tell you. That's what forced them into this this karma that they're feeling. This karma that they're feeling and the consequences of their actions. Cause you, they should have never messed with you, collective. Playing all these games. Yeah. And let me tell you, now they're suffering in silence, and they're literally trying to focus on their career and focus on let me tell you, it's physical intimacy, because this person, they really know that they are the problem, but they are stressed. They would rather absolutely ignore it. This is why they are numbing out, okay? But they're doing their shadow work. Oh my gosh. And I do get that they do want to come forward towards you, but it's not real. It's not authentic. They just want to come forward to you to regain access. Because I get the vibe it's because they want to feel big again. They want to feel important again. And they don't know how to feel important without making somebody else feel small. You know, they want to have that public dynamic where they kind of shade you in public covertly, and nobody catches on it, because I kind of get the vibe the people around y'all might not be so perceptive, or either they're the type that just don't really look beneath the surface too much, or they just don't care too much. Yeah, and let me tell you, this person is definitely doing the work. They're definitely trying to. They're definitely trying to do the work and do the shadow work. But it's because, like I said, they are getting dragged. They are getting dragged. But they're trying to avoid it. They are absolutely trying to avoid it. But they know. That's what I'm saying. Because that's what this... They know they crossed the line. Like, seriously. You cannot make this stuff up. Yeah. Yeah. You literally cannot make this stuff up. Yeah, this person right here, collective, they really feel like, it's like they know that they left you in the dark because they didn't know what they wanted. And it's like they're realizing that they should have had a family with you. That's what I'm saying. They know that giving you the silent treatment and ghosting you was the best thing that they could have done, because I feel like they wanted a family with you, but I feel like they couldn't sustain it. And that's why ultimately they kind of feel like you dodged a bullet and you were able to find some peace. Yes, and move on. Oh my gosh, and take a leap of faith, okay? Start a new life without them. Yeah. Yeah, and I get here that this person still feels like they're able to overcome this situation, but it seems like for some reason they're not trusting you. And it's something about, I feel like they're trying to mask how they really feel with humor. Because I think they think it's ironic. I think this person thinks it's ironic how they went towards this other situation and it didn't really pan out exactly the way that they wanted it to. Yeah, because they know it was the mistake, right? Yeah, they know they just went there for lusty reasons. Yeah. And I feel like, yeah, that's a part of their coping. This is a part of their coping, where they hide the regret behind work and laughter. But they're under judgment, for sure. Yeah, and let me tell you, see, this gives me the vibe here that this suspicion is just literally like, this person feels like, it's just they're kind of like egotistical. Like, they're just egotistical. They're concerned about if you moved on and if you're with someone else. And I feel like that's why they're like so prideful. You know what I mean? This is the energy I get with this prideful. Okay? Yeah, and I get, yeah, see, this person, like, they literally can't access their heart chakra. They can't access their energy. And ultimately, um, like I said, because I get this person wants to come back around and they want to make a love offer, but their intentions are not really true. There's some sort of an illusion here. And, don't be deceived, because at the end of the day, they know they are confused. Like, I've gotten so much confusion energy here, and they feel like they're stuck because they can't get away from these feelings that they're feeling, and they're trying everything to stop feeling stop feeling anything. So yeah, and it's like, that's what I'm getting here with this too. Like, this person is like scrambling. They're trying to find any and everything to distract themselves from the accountability of their behavior. Like, it's just so chaotic. They're hiding behind their job. They're hiding behind laughter. They're hiding behind ego. They're hiding behind sex or intimacy. I know anyway, physical intimacy. They're hiding behind all of these things that are just not the truth. And that's what's so concerning and alarming about this person. And it's like, even if they come forward because of a genuine, like, need or for love and connection with you, collective, this person, that's why they can't come forward genuinely, because this person doesn't really know how to love. This person does not know how to love at all. And the fact that you can see through them, it's like, this person knows you're protected. This person knows you are guided by something higher. Seriously. Yeah. And I get they're always going to have a double life. They're always going to have a double life. Yeah. And they just want to go back to the drawing board and start over again and figure out a way to re-manipulate you. That's what I get here, collective. Okay, let's see. Yeah, but I do get this person. It's like, you would never see any of these emotions that they're spiraling through, really. Because a lot of them are behind the scenes. I feel like the main things that you're going to see as they're coping is they're going to act like everything's good, like they're happy, like nothing's bothering them. But like I said, they're just numbing the pain. They're just numbing out. Yeah. Yeah, let me tell you. Okay, this person is absolutely internally stuck. Oh my goodness, did we not just speak about this? Did we not just speak about this? This person, oh my God, they cannot move on. They cannot move on. They cannot move on. Literally. You can't make this up. And they're going through a tower. They're going through a tower, okay? But I feel like, I almost feel like this is the rebuild after the storm. I'm not even going to lie. I think they've gone through their tower. Yeah, they've gone through their tower. And I feel like this is why they're on the part where they are going through the consequences. It's time to pay the piper. You know what I'm saying? That could be where they're at in the stage of the process right now. Ooh. Yeah. This is interesting. This person, 100%, they literally understand that they've made some impulsive decisions and that now they need to start repairing that. Now It's because this heartbreak that they went through with this past person here, this past person, they 100% have been disillusioned, okay? They have been disillusioned. And they are absolutely 100% understanding that, you know, they're starting to get meaning and find purpose through this situation that they had to endure. Because sometimes that's what it is, yeah. And they want a new connection with you, like I said. But, like I said, this person, they're not completely healed. They're not completely healed. Yeah, let me tell you. They're still under judgment. Everything is still being weighed. All right? They're working through it. But they're not completely there yet. Because they're still oscillating. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that vibe of, you know, like the 5 stages of grief. Sometimes they're happy. Sometimes they're sad. Sometimes they're angry. You know? Sometimes it's funny. Sometimes they numb out. That's exactly what this person is going through. And I do think through this grieving process, this is their karma. This is their karma. And this is the way that they ultimately are going to learn to self-reflect. But they're still a player. They are 100% still a player. Yeah. And they are still the type that might have multiple lovers, you know? And it's just like this person, they have too much inner conflict. And I almost get the vibe that with the inner conflict that they have, it's like, it's almost like whatever revelation they come about through all of this shadow work or whatever that they're supposed to be doing, it's not going to stick. It's not going to stick. That's what I get. This person is just going to go right back into the same behaviors after they get, you know, comfortable again. They're uncomfortable right now. But as soon as they get comfortable again, they're just going to return back to the same behavior. Yeah, because they're going to feel like that's just who they are. And there's no need of trying to change it because changing is too hard. Yeah. Let me tell you, changing is too hard. They don't feel strong enough to change. They don't have the resilience. Yeah. But that's all I got on this one. So thank you for watching. If this resonates, like, comment, subscribe, and if it don't apply, let it fly.